Adolf Velhartický was a Czech writer, poet and translator. He was born in 1882 in Horšovský Týn as Adolf Thomas Waldmann, the son of postal expeditor Matthias Waldmann and Magdalena Lippert. He attended the Realgymnasium in Karlín in Prague. In 1900 he joined the post office, becoming a post expeditor like his father in 1901. He married Anna Bartáková, having 2 daughters. In 1913 he and his family moved to Chlum u Třeboně, where he was postmaster and was elected mayor twice. In 1931 he was diagnosed with liver trouble and died in Tábor in 1932. He began publishing in 1902 with his epic poem Gisola. We will review his 1917 Věčné Ohně, i.e. Eternal Fires. Lost Happiness concerns the renowned troubadour Berengar de Palasol, visiting the castle of his friend Count Arnold of Avignon. Berengar is one of the most renowned troubadours of his age and, well, he is deeply in love with Arnold's wife Ermesina. And she loves him too, but when she finds out, she makes him play a chess match over her love. But seeing him hesitate between love and his honor, she is insulted and wins the match, sending him away in a huff. So he goes and spends time between being in love with another woman and being in lust with a third. And then when Ermesina finds out, after the lovely Elvira killed herself because of him, she sends him away forever. And we're supposed to feel sorry for him, I guess? Timoclea and the burning of Persepolis are 2 brief anecdotes of Alexander the Great. In the former, he rewards a woman who murdered one of his soldiers who dishonored and tried to rob her. In the other, he is basically made to burn down Persepolis on a dare from his lover Thais. Both are a bit too brief to leave an impression, and one is left waiting for a 3rd story featuring Thais, as one expects her scheming to lead to something, but it doesn't. Lady Godiva, the best and only real noteworthy story in the book, has Earl Leofric of Mercia enter the city of Coventry after the people refuse to pay his exorbitant taxes. He then distributes food to the people he starved, only to chase them away from their own city, and demands the 10 foremost citizens to come to his castle already wearing nooses around their necks. A godly man tells the people to go beg help from Leofric's wife Godiva, and Leofric does the usual, demanding his own wife ride naked through town if he was not to kill anyone. She does, but the peeping Tom is the holy man who sent the people to her, and whose eyes are ripped out by an angry mob before Godiva finds him dying in his own house. The Ethiopian Queen is the longest and sure feels that way. The author has the fictional Ethiopian King Hydaspes, named after the Greek name for a river in Pakistan for some reason, fall in love with Persina, the fictional daughter of a Nubian king. Then, as she cannot seem to give him a child, he grows cold and then suspects her. Of what I do not know, does he think she's going out to have anti-sex? Khosroes, a Persian nobleman spared by Hydaspes, falls in love with her. And just as he admits this, the king sees them and accuses her of infidelity, and would have the Zoroastrian murdered with fire to commit as heinous of a sin for a fire worshipper as possible. So Khosroes curses his children to never look like him and runs off, and falls into the river just to die of poison or drowning, whichever comes first. I was expecting him to come back the entire time, but no, he's dead, after showing up for about 4 pages. Then Hydaspes sends Persina away and spends his time with a harem he got himself out of sheer spite, not that he even wanted it. Then when his concubine Atossa plans to murder and usurp him, he forgives Persina just like she wanted him to. But then immediately she no longer loves him, and has fallen in love with the statue of a Greek god giving birth to a white daughter, then killing herself so he'd believe she was innocent, making the entire thing feel very pointless narratively. Pittis concerns a nymph in love with Attis, who is allowed to just die in the story by his own hand and is saved the rather gruesome details of most versions of the Attis myth. 2 words: self-castration.